Yo, guys, it's John here with Option Lab. Happy 2025. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about one of the strategies that I consistently use every single year to make a significant amount of money. Now, keep in mind, I am trading a larger account, but nonetheless, this strategy can be applied in a variety of ways. And in this one, I'm going to be talking about how in 2025, I plan to make 208,000 with just one strategy, entering the same position over and over, week after week. And I'm going to run you guys through why it works and how it works. By the way, the first 10 people who join my free Discord off this video, if you do like the content I make, I'm sending you guys a free high probability trade. So click the link in the description if you want to join. So what is this strategy going to entail? So the strategy is selling naked calls on VXX around roughly a 30 delta and entering the position on market drops. So if you guys aren't familiar, the VXX tracks market volatility. So when the market goes down, typically, volatility increases and the VXX spikes. So if you guys are not familiar with what I do, I sell option premium. So I'm selling to open options, not buying options. When you sell to open options, you receive a premium. So if I'm selling naked calls on VXX, when the market drops, VXX goes up, which means option premium goes up. And since I'm selling naked calls, I want the premium to be as high as possible. And that occurs at the root base event when the market goes down. So the market goes down, VXX goes up, option premium goes up. So I'm making more money when I sell naked calls. Okay. And if you're not familiar with that and it sounds, totally foreign to you, watch some of my other videos. Anyway, let's go over why this works. So if you look here, this is the chart for VXX right here. And as you can see, over time, this is a 3-year chart. It just slowly bleeds, right? So think about what's going on here. If I'm selling to open naked calls, right, that's a bearish strategy. So if I consistently sell naked calls, right, all the way down this chart, I'm making money hand over fist, right? And even if I were to be assigned short shares, right, because if I'm assigned on a naked call, I get assigned short shares. Those shares are going to be making money because the stock is going down since I'm short the stock. As you can see here, I'm short 1,000 right now, and that P&L is pretty significant. So that's pretty good. Anyway, so let's go over the actual trade. So the trade just recently took this. As you could see, it was like 3 or 4 days ago. Sold 2 lots here of naked calls. The first one was the 1/3/25 expiration. I sold to open the 49 calls, and I made roughly 2,000. And I did it in my other account too for roughly 2,000. So about $4,000 in a week, right? Selling to open calls that even if they were assigned, those bleed to zero over time anyway. So it's one of the most free money trades that I have in my arsenal. And, I just copy and pasted this from ChatGPT. If you do want to read more about why this works, I'm not going to pretend I'm an expert in it, but it has something to do with, even when there are spikes in volatility, typically like the volatility reverts back to the mean, and that contributes to why this bleeds to zero over time. So if you look here at the option chain, I'm typically going around, I'm a little more aggressive here, the 38 to 32 delta. If I could get around 2 for that premium, that's pretty good. So notice the VXX is fairly cheap. So even if you have a small account, you can still sell naked calls on this. Granted, you need the money to sustain it if you are assigned short, but overall, this is a pretty free money strategy. And yes, it can go against you if the market significantly drops and continues to drop. But for the most part, if you're using shorter expirations that you can get in and out of quick, this pretty much decays to zero over time, which is why selling naked calls makes sense. So why does it work? If you're assigned, the VXX slowly bleeds over time. If you can sustain being short shares during temporary spikes in volatility, reversion should make you profitable over the long term. And note, in the same way that you can write covered calls on shares you own, you can write naked puts on shares you're short. So think about this. If we own shares of stock, we can write covered calls. But if we're short shares of stock, right? So we're short shares. In the same way that you write covered calls on shares you own, you can write naked puts that acts like a covered call on shares you're short. So we could end up creating a sort of pseudo wheel situation here. Anyway, this strategy, if you guys want to learn more, super simple, but I'll talk about it more in depth in my Discord. So please hop in. Link is in the description. And let's make 2025 a great year. Peace.